Hello everyone, it is Wednesday. It's time for another edition of News 2 Gives Back. I'm News 2 meteorologist Marcus Bagwell, and News 2 Gives Back is brought to you by Nashville Subaru. Well, we are just 1 week away from the Thanksgiving holiday, and we are excited to be able to donate turkeys to the Nashville Rescue Mission. It's the time of the year where a lot of the giving takes place to many of our ministry and community organizations across the country, and we're excited to highlight the Nashville Rescue Mission for today. As we mentioned, we donated 22 turkeys, but I want you to hear more about the Nashville Rescue Mission because it is far beyond what takes place in this holiday season. To talk about that, we have Miss Joy Flores. She is the Vice President of Ministries here. Welcome to Nashville. We're glad that you're here. First of all, tell us about the purpose of the Rescue Mission and what you all do.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. It's an exciting time around the mission, and we're just so thankful for partners like you guys who help us make this happen every day, 365 days a year. So we are the largest homeless shelter in Middle Tennessee, and we have emergency services for our guests who need immediate shelter, food and clothing, obviously, and we have recovery programs, long-term. We have transitional housing that will walk with people as they recover in all areas of their life.
Okay, that's great. So y'all serve a lot of people. This is your main building, which is technically your men's building, but you've had to house both genders here. But you have a women's building too, something I didn't even know being a native of Nashville. Tell us about the women's building. It's almost finished and where it's located.
Absolutely. So just on the other side of downtown on Rosa Parks, we have our women's facility for women and children. We are very excited about its impending opening. We've been waiting. Really now we're down to the nitty gritty, just a few more things before we get our temporary occupancy permit. And then we can move over about 350 of our women and children. And then hopefully we'll be home for the holidays, but we'll see how that goes. So the last 2.5 years, we've had all 800 guests and our recovery participants under one roof in our men's campus, and it's been a little cozy.
Understand, a lot of people here in one building. That is a lot, but I know you all handle it really well. Tell us about the recovery programs that you all offer for the men, the women. Do you even offer recovery programs for the children too?
We do for single moms. So the kids obviously stay with their parents during that time. It's a 7-month program, full life transformation, something we're really proud of. We get a lot of our life transformation stories from them. Just seeing someone come in so devastated by homelessness in every area of their life, spiritually, economically, educationally, physically, emotionally. We walk with them through each of those different compartments, and we see them surrender their lives to Christ and allow Him to heal them in every area. And through wraparound services, we watch them get back on their feet.
That is wonderful. And one thing I hear you say, and we even talked about it before we started the interview, is that these recovery programs are based off of relationship building, and that's one of the key things. And I like what you said. It's one of your statements here at the Rescue Mission: hope for today, hope for tomorrow, and hope for eternity. Why do you feel that relationships, building those relationships, is the best way to reach people?
Yeah, I mean, biblically, we know that Jesus led His life through relationship, and He built trust with people and healed them. But He led with that relationship, and especially restoring dignity. So not only did Jesus heal their physical ailments, but He restored them to their communities. And especially in an honor-shame culture in the biblical world, that was a really big thing. You could heal someone physically, but if they're not restored to their community, they're still on the margins. And so here we want to do that same thing. Hope for today, meeting those immediate needs, food, clothing, and shelter. Hope for tomorrow, recovery, looking at their, holistically what we can do to get them back on their feet, and even restoring their relationships themselves. Maybe if it's with family or whatnot, a lot of our guests have burned a lot of bridges, whether it's undiagnosed mental illness. The complexities of homelessness are so vast. And then hope for eternity, that foundation in Jesus, that we do everything based on the gospel. And that's really how we have supernatural patience to deal with some of the situations. When you have 800 people a night, there's a lot going on. And so we really rely on those things, especially when we feel pressed, so that we can show up with grace.
That is great. What a wonderful story to know about the importance of that. The last question is that we wanted to talk about, of course, the holiday season. It's a busy time of the year. That's why we brought 22 turkeys to help you all out. How can people get involved? What are some of the upcoming things that people can help with in the next couple of weeks and through this holiday season?
Awesome. Obviously, volunteering. We love our volunteers. We could not do any of this without them. They're serving all over the building, especially obviously in the kitchen and around this time when our meal counts go up. We just love to turn the music on and have a great environment for them to really give back. We have a wish list on our website for Amazon items that you can even just send here. There's a pretty big list. That's for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And obviously donations. We need those too. And we actually bring in the majority of our budget in the holiday season. So we're really thankful for all of our partners who come alongside us during this time.
That's great. And one last question, for those that may be outside of the Nashville area and getting here to the rescue mission may be a little bit harder to do, what encouragement do you have for them to get involved in a facility, in a place like this in their own communities?
I love this question. People actually ask me all the time, from what I've experienced, what I've seen, how can I help? And I always say, one of my life verses is in Exodus 3 where God comes to Moses through the burning bush. But what God says to Moses is, I've heard the cries of my people and I want you to do something about it. So when we talk about people on the margins and people devastated in whatever way that might be, they're in your own community. So we don't need to travel outside of that. We have proximity if we're willing to be uncomfortable and to have eyes to see. So finding those spaces, there's, whatever it is that breaks your heart that you want to participate in restoring, you can do that anywhere, right? So it's just our decision to get uncomfortable and to move towards that pain. So whatever that nonprofit local organization is that you can support, that's how we change the world.
That is so true. Well, that's very wonderful and very encouraging. Thank you, Miss Joy,
Absolutely.
for your time. We're glad that you're
coming.
here in Nashville, and what a wonderful facility you all have, and thank you for your service each and every day to this Nashville community. And folks, this is an opportunity for you all to give back as well, whether that's here through the Nashville Rescue Mission or, as she said, in your own community. We definitely have the opportunity to be the hands and the feet. We want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving in this season. It is so important to make sure that we're giving back, and we're glad to be able to do that for them today, all brought to them by Nashville Subaru. Have a wonderful day.